If you're over 50 and feeling lost, congratulations. That's not a problem. It's actually a very powerful position to be in right now. You see, most people over 50 have already settled. They picked the path through life and stayed on that path, even if it's taking them a place they don't want to go. You're probably thinking, I should have this whole what I want to do with my life thing figured out, but you really shouldn't. Here's what's actually happening. You want more from your life than you've been told you're supposed to want, and you're not settling. Instead of ignoring that idea and that thought, you're actually listening to it. I'm going to show you exactly why feeling lost isn't a crisis, it's a signal. First, let's talk about why you're feeling lost in the first place, because if you don't understand where this feeling is coming from, nothing else is going to make sense. All your life, you've been told what to do. It started with your parents. When you finished school, society took over. It told you you need to get a job, get married, have children, buy a house, get a car, get into debt. And your employer told you what hours you can work, when you could take vacation, when you could take a lunch. But in the background, your true self, your soul was telling you, showing you the life that you could have, the life that you could experience, the joy, the happiness, the things that you could do with your life if you would just listen to that voice. And you feeling lost is you listening to that voice, the voice of your soul. It's telling you that what you've been doing your entire life is not what you wanted to do, but what you've been told to do. And now you have a conflict between what you've been told to do and what you actually want to do with your life. It's like you're trying to serve two masters, and that feeling of being lost is you walking away from what you've been told to do and walking toward what you actually want to do. It's like you're in limbo. You're floating around in space, not connected to anything. So now you know where the feeling is coming from. The next question you're probably asking yourself is, so does feeling lost mean that there's something wrong with me? I stepped into the rat race when I turned about 30. I got married, had two kids, bought a house, got into a job, got into a career. And about the time I turned 49, 50, I started to feel like something wasn't right. Like my life, like I wanted more. Like this is not what I wanted my life to turn out to be. It wasn't about the money or the job or the marriage or relationship with friends and coworkers. It was like it was like I was settling for second place instead of fighting for first place. Feeling lost is not a sign that something is wrong with you. It's actually a sign that something is right with you. It's because you have an awareness around you now that what you've been doing is not what you want to do. It's you recognizing that the life you're living was assigned to you and not chosen by you. Feeling lost is universal. Every human being goes through it. The only difference is some people face it and some people push it aside. If this is resonating with you and you want to go deeper into this, click on the link in the description below and we'll talk about where you are, where you want to be, and removing the things that are getting in your way. Now, here's something that drives most people crazy. You look around and you see people your age, and it looks like they're happy, they're content, they're settled. They look like they have it all together, like they figured it out. And you're looking at them thinking, what is it that they know that I don't know? Sometime after I got divorced, I started dating again and I met a really nice lady. And my life became a little bit more, I guess, simple. I would just go to work and I would come home and I'd watch TV during the week. And on the weekends, we would go out to eat and we would do some shopping. And at that time, it for a while it didn't bother me, but after a while, let's say after about a year, year and a half, I just started to notice that something wasn't feeling right with me. I couldn't pinpoint it. It wasn't her, it was me, but I couldn't put my finger on exactly what it was. And I really started thinking about it and analyzing what I was doing and what I wasn't doing. And what I determined was I had become comfortable. I wasn't content. I was just comfortable. And there's a huge difference between comfortable and content. I had stopped listening to my true self. I had stopped listening to that inner voice. Some people never feel lost, and I never felt lost because I chose ignorance. Now, I don't mean ignorance like dumb, but ignorance like ignoring that voice that I talked about, the voice of your true self, the voice of your soul, ignoring that voice. I had built a world of comfort, going to work, TV, internet, eating out, shopping. Everything was about me being comfortable. And all that comfort was making a statement to me that, oh, this is the way you want to live. But that's not what I wanted to do. That's not how I wanted to live. The good news is that feeling lost means that you actually started listening to that voice, like you haven't been able to silence that voice. So we talked about why you feel lost, why some people never feel lost, and we already know that there's nothing wrong with you. But this next question is a question that most people never want to ask themselves. And the question is feeling lost at this stage in your life, is that a sign of weakness or a sign that you're a failure? So let's say you're on vacation and you're going to get food for everybody. And it's a really nice evening and you decide, you know what, instead of driving, I'm just going to go for a walk and pick up the food. But after about 20 minutes, you realize you're going in the wrong direction. What do you do in that moment when you realize that you're going in the wrong direction? Do you feel dumb? Do you feel like a sense of failure? Do you ask yourself, wow, how could I screw this up? All I had to do is go pick up food. Or are you thankful of that awareness that you figured out that you were going in the wrong direction? And now you can turn yourself around. Because without that realization, you would have walked for another 20 minutes in the wrong direction. Being lost isn't a sign of weakness or a sign of failure. The real failure is you ignoring the truth that you're going in the wrong direction. And this is what happens to most people. They know they're going in the wrong direction. They know they're comfortable and not content, but they ignore that voice inside of them, that inner voice, their true self, and they just keep walking in the wrong direction. To be lost is a privilege. It means you don't have a leash around your neck like a pet. You don't have the leash of society, of a job, of a career, of creditors around your neck. Think of a pet. A pet always has a leash around their neck. They can never get lost because they're always told where they're going. And if you have a leash around your neck, you can never get lost, which means you can never go where you want to go because you're always being told where to go and what to do. And you can never have freedom. You can never have the full experience of life because you've got a leash on you. You're always being told to go here, to go there, to do this, to do that. You don't have the freedom to experience life the way you want to experience your life. If you have that freedom, you can go off into the wilderness. You can go off into the desert. You can go anywhere. You can hop in your car and drive anywhere or drive to nowhere. It's totally up to you. And in that freedom, in that sense of lost, in that sense of being lost, of feeling lost, that's where you find yourself. That's where you find the things that you like, the things you love, the things you enjoy, the things that inspire you, the things that encourage you, the things that energize you. Everything we've talked about has led you up to this point, up to this next question. What do I do with this feeling of being lost? When I finally started listening to my voice, I didn't have a plan. I didn't have a roadmap. But I did remember something that Oprah Winfrey said. She said that there got to a point in her life where every day that she woke up, she would only do the thing that she wanted to do. And I remember thinking to myself, that's what I want. I want to get up each day only doing the things that I want to do. So I started paying attention to the things that excited me. I started paying attention to the things that drained me. I started paying attention to the things that made me think, and I started paying attention to the things that made my mind feel numb. I looked at what I could talk about for hours, and I looked at the things that were putting me to sleep. And slowly I had a direction. And that's what you need. That's all you need. It's not about being lost. It's about having a sense of direction, a sense of where you want to go. But you can never get that sense of direction if you never feel lost. So stop trying to figure out your entire life. That's not your job right now. Your job right now is to just listen. Pay attention to what excites you, what angers you, what energizes you, what exhausts you. Pay attention to the thing that every time you walk away from it, you always end up coming back to it. Those aren't random feelings, they're signals. Write them down, write each one down. Don't judge it. Don't sit there and try to figure out if somebody's going to agree with it or not. Don't try to talk yourself out of it. Just write them down, because in that list, you're going to find direction. You're going to find that life that you actually want. And finding the life that you want and finding that direction will get rid of your feeling of being lost. And if you want to go deeper on your feelings of being lost, click on the link in the description below, and I'll see you in the next video.